Hey guys, Corey from the Gorilla Pit Training, Nutrition and Lifestyle here, and welcome to today's episode of the Daily Pit. Today we're going to talk about some nutrition advice, and probably the greatest piece of nutrition advice when it comes to body transformation. Okay, now what we're going to talk about today, guys, is breakfast. You always hear that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and this can be correct because it's going to set us up for the rest of the day. Now, what we're going to talk about today is maybe something a little bit different to what we've been brought up on, okay? Normally when we have breakfast, it's things like, cereals, breads, fruits, all carbohydrate sort of based foods. We're going to tell you today about the protein and fat breakfast. And in my opinion, one of the best starts to the day and one of the key nutrition points when it comes to getting a body transformation. Now don't get me wrong, cereals and fruits and things like that can be healthy. They can be healthy if done right, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about ultimate body composition. Now what the protein and fats and what we're going to specifically talk about today is the meat and nut breakfast. What it's going to do, guys, is it's going to start to control our blood sugar levels from the point that we wake up. It's going to reduce cravings throughout the rest of the day. It's going to keep us nice and satisfied, so nice and full. And the other thing that it's going to do, guys, is it's going to fire up some neurotransmitters. It's going to help us focus and increase our drive early in the morning. Now let me explain how. Excuse my poor drawing capabilities here, guys, but we've got this little graph here. If you have a look at it, the orange is going to represent a graph of our blood glucose, okay? So it's stable, nice and stable blood glucose line. And this is exactly what we want when we want a body transformation, is we want to try our best to stabilize blood glucose. Now, if we talk about the traditional breakfast, guys, of carbohydrates and, the toasts and the cereals and the fruits, what happens is we wake up in this fasted state and we hit that high blood glucose, those instant sort of carbohydrates, and we skyrocket our blood glucose, okay? Now it goes above our stable line, and remember, anything that goes up is going to come down. So we're going to hit that peak, and it's going to come down rapidly, and it's going to drop, and we're going to go into low blood glucose. And this is when we start to crave more carbohydrates and crave sugary things. As it progresses through the day, it's going to get worse and worse. So we're going to eat something, generally our lunch, and it'll bring us back up. If we're having a sandwich or something for lunch, it's going to bring us right back up, and we're going to peak again, and then we're going to drop, and this drop's going to be even bigger. And this is where we start to get that 3:30-itis, we start to reach for those chocolate bars. So what we want to do, guys, is if we take that out of the equation, and we start with our protein and our fats, what that's going to do is the protein's going to bring a nice, slow, steady incline of blood glucose, and then the fats is going to stabilize it out and help us stay full and satisfied throughout the rest of the day. Now we're going to maintain this when we hit lunchtime, guys. We're just topping it back up, and the only time that it's really going to drop is when we want it to drop, and that's post-workout. All right, so we want our blood glycogen to drop, or our blood sugars to drop when we're training, because we're actually depleting that source. Now we can replenish it, but that's another video. So guys, what we want to do here is we want to challenge you to take away the traditional or the conventional sort of carbohydrate breakfast. We want to switch to a protein and fats, or more specifically, red meat and nuts. So my favorite is steak and cashews, but let us know what your favorite is. If you don't think you can stomach meat first thing in the morning, try an omelette with organic butter and things like that. Mix it up with the eggs, getting the protein that way. So guys, hopefully that tip will do wonders for your nutrition. If you like this video, give us a like, give us a share. If you have any questions, post in the comments below. But otherwise, guys, let's implement the meat and nut, or the protein and fat breakfast, and let's see what gains we can get. Thanks.